My name is Emigdio Salinas. Everybody calls me Milo. My wife, Lillian, and of course, Milan. Since Milan was born, he went through a couple of things. He had hydrocephalus, hydronephrosis, and extra artery. So we went through a couple of things, and we wanted to help him as much as we could. So we chose Easterseals, and Milan is now 3 and he's walking. So
it was first recommended of a good friend from work, and I remember that the conversation was always around her grandson needing therapy, and so that's when I began to learn about the therapy services that were offered with Easterseals. Everything was scary at first because I knew he needed therapy. I didn't know what that would look like, but it was just so comfortable coming here, and I remember telling Milo that it was just like home, and I don't know, the teachers were just so sweet, just always over-caring, kind of nurturing, and I felt that sense of home again, so that was nice.
we didn't know if he was going to be able to walk. So when he took his first steps, that was just the most amazing moment ever. We feel like he's just catching up slowly, but he's catching up, and he's doing great. He's such a happy baby, as you can see.
I began working with Milan, I think he was about 2, and this family was still concerned that even though he was scooting around on the floor, they wanted him to walk. And they were concerned because they didn't know if he would be able to. But Milan had the drive, and he was engaged with the other children. Easterseals is a very inclusive daycare. And being able to see the other children moving around, he wanted to move around. So at first he was doing it by bottom scooting. So in working with Milan, it was easy with the setting, the toys, to get him to want to start pulling to stand and then cruising along all the toys and bookshelves, interacting with the other kids. He was awesome. Once he got the hang of what was going to happen with his body, he had the capabilities to stand, pull to stand, and walk. He started taking off.
You know, there's always conversation initially when we drop him off, and that always made me feel at ease because I knew they were always here. And then I'd call. My first year, I remember calling at least twice a day, and they were kind of like, he's fine. And I slowly went away from that, but every day when I picked him up, it wasn't just a paper or a report. It was always just a conversation, and that was always more information than I asked for. He did really well today, and he took, and finally when he started doing more things, they were excited with us. So they've been a real big part of his journey as well.
I would work with him at the daycare. The teachers would tell the parents what we did. I would text the parents, communication, calling. So there was always good communication from every point. The teachers, the parents, it's just a great setting. Ideal for therapy.
Milan had not just one teacher. There was just so many kids there that took care of him, and they knew that Milan needed help to go here, and they knew that. And so that for me was always just, I would tell him, Milo, he has like 4 teachers in the classroom. And so it's such a good program.
I think he likes interacting with the rest of the kids. I think he loves his teachers. There's sometimes even with family members, if I'm carrying him, he'll turn around, and when I get here in the morning, he goes like this to the teachers. So he loves his teachers, he loves interacting, has his friends here. Everybody says hi and bye. We love it.
It's not about whether you're neurotypical or atypical. It's that you have a child and you have caring people that feed them, that take care of them, watch over them, everything. And so for a therapist, you couldn't have a better setting. You want to have those other children that are there as a model about what that child should want to be able to do. And you've got it.
There are so many more kids, like him, and who need that service. And just to know that you can help out one child more, for me, goes a long way. The inclusion for Milan was very important because the general setting for him just made him work harder. And the kids were so good to him, and they challenged him. I think that they're a big part of him wanting to grow more like them. I just wouldn't trade, you know, these teachers for the world. It's the best place to be. We love Easterseals.
Easterseals is an excellent resource, and their work a lot of times it seems like it's silent. But when you have a parent that has a child that's in need, Easterseals is there. And when they're first starting out, that is so important. Easterseals serves that need for our community, and there's not really, I think, a better resource. That money goes to important programs. It serves the needs of the children, it serves programs that support education of the teachers, it supports a nutritional diet, it gets them educational toys. It's almost limitless as far as describing what is so great about this program. But it needs money. And it's not just the job of the government to support that. Every individual is able to contribute, and every penny counts. So whether it's a little or a lot, you're doing something that's really contributing to the growth of every child in the Rio Grande Valley of Texas.